out, one of the things that's going to stay in is budgeting. Budgeting has helped me throughout my whole 20s. A lot of times for me, it's hard to say no. And I mean, everything is a payment. Going out to eat is a payment. Trips, everything is money. Every single thing is money. So in order to get to where you're looking to go, you have to make a plan and like how you're gonna get there. And so for me, I'm always journaling. I'm always figuring out, okay, how can I be better? What career path can I be in? How can I be a smarter real estate investor so that I can put myself in a better financial position? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Brianna Thizard's journey. Today we are going to be talking about money. We're going to be talking about all things finances, where I am currently financially, just pretty much my journey when it comes to finances. So let's get into it. Oh, before I start, thank you to everyone who has watched the previous videos. Anyone who's watching this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with anyone who you think would be interested in this type of content. So let's get into it. First off, I feel like right now financially, it is stressful for a lot of people. This economy is no joke. Groceries are ridiculous. Everything's ridiculous. There's nothing that's not ridiculous right now. Even when it comes to properties, you know, I don't know which video that was, but I talk a little bit about real estate. If you don't know, I was a realtor, and just seeing how the market has shifted so much with the interest rates and everything it just looks very different. And so I would say currently where we are in the economy, the thing is that the economy shifts, but life still goes on. And so I feel like my biggest challenge right now is trying to have that balance of trying to progress financially, but then also have a social life and live that soft life. You know, that's the biggest challenge right now. And so let me just tell you where I'm looking to go financially. Let's just start there. I would say for me, where I'm looking to go is I want to be in a space where I feel like I'm financially thriving. I don't want to feel like I'm in a space where I'm just making it work, or, you know, like things feel really tight. I want to be in a space where it feels like, you know, of course, all the bills are being paid. That's like the minimum. But then outside of that, for me, I want to be able to, you know, have money put aside so that I can make investments that I would want to, but then also taking care of myself, but then also traveling if I want to, you know, just kind of having excess. I want to feel like I'm really, truly thriving. And I feel like where I currently am in this economy, it is just very challenging to feel that way. Debt is definitely a challenge. The cost of living is just more expensive. And so there's just a lot of things. So one thing that I would say is really challenging when it comes to finances is that I'm the type of person that likes to do a lot of things at once. And I realize that is my biggest downfall. And so what I mean by that is when I say I want to do a lot of things at once, I'll be thinking of like, okay, I want to purchase a home. Oh, but I also want to pay off debt. Oh, but I also want to put some money aside for X, Y, and Z. And it's just like, I realize in this financial journey, the biggest way to success, or the greatest way to success, is to have a singular focus and like have a kind of focus on one thing at a time, if that makes sense. So for instance, in my earlier 20s, I was hell bent on paying off my student loans. So nothing else mattered outside of that. While I was paying off my student loans, I wasn't really focusing too much on like purchasing a home, or I wasn't focused on investing in properties, investing in stocks. I really wasn't doing too much savings. I had an emergency savings, but that was pretty much it. It was like, I want to pay off my student loan debt. This is my main focus, and that's just that. I am so happy that I did that. Now that I'm in my later 20s, I'm like, whew, thank goodness. I am like clapping for myself that I just buckled down and did it. And so, you know, that really just changed the dynamic of finances. Of course, there's so much more to finances than student loan debt, right? There's more to it, but I'm just so glad that I stuck to that. And so even in my later 20s now, it's so funny how you can accomplish certain things and you took certain steps to get there, but then sometimes you got to remind yourself, okay, like what did I do to do this? And so the season that I'm in now is just really trying to find like a singular focus on what is most important for me. I know that I'm getting closer to my 30s, and that doesn't mean that, you know, life is about to be over, but I do want to be in a different stance than I am in my 20s, and transitioning from no longer being a realtor and wanting to go more so into the real estate investing world, and wanting to just be in an overall, I'm going to do a lot of career shifts. So I would say for me, just really identifying where I'm looking to go and what's my one thing. And so that has been right now something that has helped me to reduce the anxiety. And so for instance, I really want to build a real estate portfolio. That is very important to me. And so my one thing right now is to build a real estate portfolio. So purchase a property this year so that I can continue to build my real estate portfolio. In order to build that property, in order to purchase that property, I need to be in a position where I am saving a good amount of money, right? So it's one thing to have bills paid. Okay, that's great. But then you have to put money aside in order to invest. So I'm realizing that this job market right now, oh my gosh, it is absolutely crazy. And so I am looking to, expand in my career. I think I talked about this in a previous video, but I have got my Scrum Master certification. So just looking to just grow in my career financially so that I can make more, so I can save more, so that I can build that portfolio. And so building a real estate portfolio is important to me because one, of course, you don't get rich off of your first, second, or third property, but I know that over time I can use the funds from that property, the equity from the property. I can use it to reinvest in other properties. I can use it to pay off debt. I have options. And so real estate gives you options. So that is my main focus. Now, with that main focus, I realized, and this is what I had to do. Sometimes you have to look back at what you did before. What I did in my past when I was paying off my student loans, I had to sacrifice. I just had to. So I know a lot of times people say, you don't have to cut off everything. You don't have to not go and get that Starbucks coffee. You don't have to not go on trips. You can have a balance. And I get that. I definitely think that a balance is important because life is short and you don't want to just spend majority of your life paying off debt. You still want to enjoy your life. But the way that I was able to pay off my student loans is because I was buckled down. When I tell you I was not going on trips, I think I might have went on one or two trips. But even on those trips, it was tight. I wasn't going out to eat. I wasn't really buying a bunch of clothes. I was so frugal. And at the time when I started my journey on paying off my debt, I wasn't in real estate. I was just working my 9 to 5. At the time, I was doing balloon decor on the side. So I was doing balloons for events. And I think I was doing Uber here and there. When I tell you, once the bills were paid, I was just chucking money at those loans. Nothing else mattered. I had to say no to a lot of outings. I had to say no to certain vacations. And I just realized that in order to get to where you're looking to go, especially financially, there's just some things that you have to sacrifice. The only thing that I would say where you may not have to sacrifice, but no, that's still a sacrifice. I was going to say sometimes you just really need to increase your income. And so that can, maybe you don't have to, not go out to eat or not travel or not do those things if you have increased your income. But even with that, that's a sacrifice because you have to go and look for another position. You may have to pick up another position. You may have to start a side business. That is still sacrifice because you are sacrificing your time. And so I'm gonna stick with the sacrifice. You definitely have to sacrifice. And so in this season of wanting to build a real estate portfolio, change careers, get into not only a new business of real estate investing, but also a new career in terms of my 9 to 5, I just realized that there are just certain things that, I have to look internally and be like, okay, here's what's in and here's what's out. I don't know if you guys are on Instagram where they have 2024 ins, 2024 outs. And just realizing okay, if my main goal is investing in real estate, what are the things that are out? What are the things that I'm not going to do? So for me, I'm not going to be eating out like that. Unless I'm going on dates, that's it. But I am not going to be eating out. One of the things that's going to stay in is budgeting. Budgeting has helped me throughout my whole 20s. That has been the best habit that I've had. At the end of each month, I do a budget, groceries, subscriptions, bills, and I just have that budget. And it's so important for me because I want to know where my money's coming, where my money's going. So once I know the money hits my account, I know exactly where it's going to. So that really has helped me a lot. Credit cards, I have one credit card. It has helped increase my credit score tremendously. However, I can see how you can easily get trapped with these credit cards. You know, every time I have my credit card, I pay it by the end of the month. I do not play with that credit card bill. But I feel like, honestly, even though in emergencies it could be great, it could be stressful. So I can see why people stay away from the credit cards. But I'm going to continue to keep my credit card so I can increase my credit. And, you know, when it comes to real estate investing, it's good to keep that in. But of course, if you're someone who is not paying off your credit card bills and it's, you know, not helping you with your overall credit score, then definitely maybe look into a budget. Like, okay, this is how much I'm going to put towards my credit card this month. So it's just really important to just do inventory of where you're looking to go, what's going to be in, what's going to be out in order to get to that point. And I realize if you don't sacrifice and if you don't focus on what's important for you financially, you're always going to be in a rut. Like, I don't always want to be in a rut. I don't always want to feel like, I mean, of course, the economy makes it feel even worse, but you don't always want to be in a position where money feels like so tight. No one wants to live like that. And so in order to get to where you're looking to go, you have to make a plan and like how you're going to get there. And so for me, I'm always journaling. I'm always figuring out, okay, how can I be better? What career path can I be in? How can I be a smarter real estate investor so that I can put myself in a better financial position? How can I better budget? What are some things that I can take out? What are some habits that I need to start doing so that I can just be in a better financial space? So that's just been my main thing when it comes to finances. I know a lot of times for me, it's hard to say no. And I mean, everything is a payment. Going out to eat is a payment. Trips, everything is money. Every single thing is money. Thankfully, I have a good friend. Shout out to Nicole. She's watching this. We go out to the park and walk. When I tell you, that has been amazing for me because first of all, I love to be outside and I don't have to pay for anything. And it's just great to also have people in your circle who are on the same path as you or understand where you are currently. And so having her is so amazing because, you know, she knows that, listen, I am looking to purchase a property. This is what I'm looking to do. I'm not trying to spend money. And so sometimes we may go out, but just having a friend like, hey, let's just go to the park today, or hey, let me just come over and watch a movie. And so it's so important to let your people know, your core people know what you're doing as well. Because when I was paying off my student loan debt, everybody knew I was paying off them student loan debts. And it just helps you to have more of, you know, not to say your friends shouldn't invite you to places, but like, okay, baby, we're not about to go eat at Mastro's tonight because, you know, I'm not going to invite you there, but hey, I'll invite you. Your friends might invite you there, but no, like, hey girl, I know your journey right now, but just wanted to invite you. But if not, it's okay. We can go to the next thing. Like, you have to be, and just even speaking to me, just have to be comfortable with saying no to certain things. And of course that rubs people the wrong way, but if you don't learn how to say no, and if you just continue to do the same things, you will never get out of that cycle. And so I know for a fact that, you know, I want to definitely grow financially when I have my kids. I want my kids to have a beautiful life. And of course, you don't have to be super financially savvy or wealthy in order for your children to have a great life or for you to have a great life. But you want to be able to pass something down to your kids. You want to be able to live a life where you want to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, with who you want to do it with. If you want to, like for me, I love to give back. So financially, I want to be in a space one day where I'm able to just give without really even thinking about it. I want my kids to be able to go to whatever schools they want to go to. I want them to be able to, you know, purchase a home whenever, you know, but of course, give them the tools to do that as well. So that's just my journey on finances that I wanted to talk about. I know this economy is challenging for a lot of people. Even if you're making six figures, if you're under six figures, multi six figures, it is challenging because the economy is just absolutely crazy. But just in this season, just really focusing on what's important. What are the things that you want to start doing? What are the things that you want to start taking out? Maybe you want to start budgeting. Maybe you want to focus on paying off debt. What does that look like? Like, start listening to podcasts and YouTube videos of people that are doing what you're looking to do. I feel like that helps a lot, especially if people may not be on that same path. Like, a lot of people may not be paying off debt, but oh my God, there's so many people on YouTube and on podcasts that are doing that, and that can help you stay motivated. Because let me tell you, when I was paying off my student loan debt, I was plugged into all the podcasts, Dave Ramsey, all the things. But anyways, that is all I have for today. Good luck on your financial journey. Please let me know, what are you doing? Are you guys doing like envelope methods? Are you paying off debt? Are you looking to increase savings? What are you looking to do? But that's just a little bit about my journey. Good luck on your financial journey if you're looking for a new career, whatever that is for you. Wishing you the best, and I will see you again next Sunday on Brianna Thizard's Journey. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you next Sunday.